Summer's not even officially over yet, and whiskey hunting season is ramping up. Holy moly. All these like limited editions, LE bottles, all of them are starting to get released. All the, the fall releases that everybody goes crazy for. And one of those is a new one that just hit the shelves. Sorry, had a piece of hair in my face. One of those just hit the shelves, and that is the new Jack Daniel's twice barreled special release Tennessee Rye Whiskey. It's their Heritage Barrel Rye. It's 100 proof. Not really a lot on this label. This one came straight to me as a sample from Jack Daniel's. Super excited to get that. But this is their special release that they do each year. Last year they released the twice barreled American single malt. It was definitely different, and I know a lot of people didn't love it, but others did. It was kind of like one of those really polarizing whiskeys. You either really love it or you really don't love it. And I liked it with the cigar especially, but it is pretty good. It reminded me of like Fruity Pebbles, and that's why I liked it. So this one is the Heritage Barrel Rye. Again, it comes in at 100 proof. It is the twice barreled special release Tennessee Rye Whiskey. So let's dive into this one. Cheers to you guys. Here we go. Let me tell you my thoughts on it, give you my true opinion, and then, yeah, that's what I got for you. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Something really funky and really special, but nothing came out. So here we go. Let's dive in. Right away, this one actually is really, really dark. Makes sense being twice barreled. That doesn't always make it dark, but this one is especially dark. On the nose, this one is incredibly sweet. Holy freaking moly. This is sweet. This has like thick molasses. Like, it makes me think of fall because it has like thick molasses, dark chocolate, caramel, like these, like kind of like fall baking spice notes, kind of like not pumpkin spice. Not talking about pumpkin spice. I'm talking more about like if you were going to bake, if you had like a molasses toast, like toast and molasses toast, some charred marshmallow. Ooh, you know what? Maybe a little bit of graham cracker. Kind of smells like that a little bit. Definitely a little bit of char, and I like that. Does not burn nose hairs. Overall, the nose smells really good. It's really, really sweet, like surprisingly sweet. Now let's taste it. Whoa. It tastes completely different than what I expected from the nose. Because on the nose, I expected this to taste extremely, extremely sweet, like very thick and like molassesy, like syrup thick. But it's actually, and I don't want to say it's thin. I want to say that it coats the tongue nicely, but it's not overly oily. It is sweet, but actually it has a lot of like chocolate, like dark chocolate. So some of that more bitter chocolate. And then molasses is definitely intertwined in there. I get some of this like charred marshmallow if you kind of put it on a fire and you overly cooked it, which is the way I like it, by the way. If you overly cooked it and then you put it on your s'more, it actually reminds me a lot of s'mores. I really, really like the way this tastes. Let me taste one more sip here. It's very oaky, slightly bitter, which that's kind of more along my taste profile. You guys know that I lean to more oaky, sometimes more bitter, less sweet. And that's what I really like about this. This has some really, really good flavor. Now, I will preface it with this. Bill does not love this. He does not love it, but I really enjoy it. So for once, like we actually kind of differ on a bottle, and that doesn't always happen. Usually our taste profiles align. So if you kind of like really like something more sweet and more like rich and in your face, kind of like in that way, then you might not love this. This is more of like a dark coffee lover's whiskey, if that makes sense. Like if you like your coffee black, you don't like to add any extra sugar, that's kind of where I go with it. That reminds me of what this tastes like. Oh, and also one more thing before I give you my score. I want to tell you guys to please subscribe. If you guys are here and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like button. It really helps grow the channel. It does make a difference, and it helps me continue to put more reviews out and get it in front of more people. So here's that. Now let me take one more sip of this and I'll give you guys my score. That's the first time I got that out of it. I got a little bit of a banana note in there, like a molasses banana, but not an overly sweet molasses banana. Overall, this is pretty good. I like it. I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 corks. Think it has a good nose, a good palate, and a good finish. That finish really does sit in the back of my tongue. Can still taste it. Some of even like toffee notes. Doesn't remind me of fall, gives me those fall vibes. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about it. 3.5 out of 5. It's a good score, and I would buy this. If I see this on the shelf, I'm gonna buy it. Bill said he would probably not buy it if he sees it on the shelf, so it looks like I'm gonna be getting this one. And speaking of buying this, I said I would buy it, but I'm not gonna spend over retail on this. This would be like a $75 bottle, I believe, on the shelf. That's MSRP for this. So I would spend the money on that, but I wouldn't spend more than that. I'm not gonna buy it for more than MSRP, just not worth it to me to do that. But at MSRP, I'd buy a bottle of it and I'd enjoy it for a long time. So that's what I gotta say about that. Anyhow, thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm Dara, I'm your average drinker, and I'll see you next time.